DC superheroes seem to be dropping like flies, and it's got nothing to do with supervillains. It has, however, got everything to do with COVID. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Breaking news seems to be coming out that only days after the resumption of shooting for the new Batman film, The Batman, it has already come to a screeching halt. And there is word from WB that the reason is somebody on set has been diagnosed as COVID positive. However, sources around the place are saying that it is actually the Batman himself, Robert Pattinson, who is the afflicted person. Vanity Fair has learned from a well-placed source that the star came down with the virus just days after shooting resumed. They go on to say Robert Pattinson is said to have tested positive for the coronavirus, causing filming of the Batman to be halted just days after the superhero drama resumed work at studios outside of London. Warner Brothers would not comment on individual workers' health, sharing only this statement. A member of the Batman production has tested positive for COVID-19 and is isolating in accordance with established protocols. Filming is temporarily paused. Vanity Fair confirmed through a highly placed source that Pattinson is actually the individual who became sick. The production previously shut down along with other entertainment industry back in March. Now, recently, of course, we had the DC Fandom event. It was hella cringe. I think it's hella cringe to say hella cringe as well. So there you go. Two cringes make okay. No, all right, fine. It was awful. I mean, it was absolutely dreadful. There's virtually nothing about comics because, you know, what a DC Comics got on the go. Oh, and there were definitely ups and downs when it came to showing off the respective trailers. I think the Zack Snyder Justice League got a very positive response. The Batman trailer, for the most part, got a positive response. Wonder Woman, the jury seems to be out on that one. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I personally thought that the Wonder Woman trailer looked awful, like really awful. And I really like Gal Gadot and I really like Chris Pine. But the whole stuff with she looked dreadful, absolutely dreadful. And then we had Suicide Squad, a little sneak peek at the Suicide Squad movie. And that looks like it could be a whole load of fun with a huge cast and huge amount of casualties to be had, as there are some real low-ranking villains in the Suicide Squad. It could be a really fun, ridiculous event. But Robert Pattinson isn't the only person who's been afflicted. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has also come out and said that he too, in actual fact, his whole family have actually been affected by COVID-19, although they are on the other side of it, according to him. My message to all of you around the world: stay disciplined, boost your immune systems, commit to wellness, wear your mask, protect your family, be strict about having people over your house or gatherings, stay positive, and care for your fellow human beings. Stay healthy, my friends. And he released a post in which he looked massive in a good way. He looked absolutely massive, where he seemed to be very upbeat, very positive, talking about how him and his family had been inflicted, and how obviously he would do anything, just like everyone else, to protect their families. And so they've, sort of isolated themselves away, but they appear to be on the back end of it. The BBC says the former wrestler, who's now the world's highest paid actor, said he, his wife, and 2 daughters caught the virus despite being disciplined about health protection. He said the positive tests were a kick in the gut. He added, "We're on the other end of it, and no longer contagious. Thank God we're healthy. Johnson and his family lived in the US, which has recorded more than 6.1 million coronavirus cases and over 185,700 deaths linked to the disease, which, you know, is obviously it's a large number, but it's definitely not what we thought it was going to be prior to it coming out. The actor, 48, and his wife Lauren, who's 35, and their daughters Jasmine and Tiana, age 4 and 2, contracted the virus about 2.5 weeks ago. The American-Canadian actor said his daughters had exhibited mild symptoms, explaining they had sore throats for the first couple of days, but other than that, they bounced back, and it's been life as normal. But it was a bit different for Lauren and I, Johnson said. He said that his wife had a rough go without dealing his exact symptoms, but together they got through it as a family. Johnson said they also caught the virus from very close family friends who in turn had no idea that they had been infected. I can tell you that this has been one of the most challenging and difficult things we've ever had to endure as a family, Johnson said in a video posted to his Instagram account. Look at him. God, he's a beautiful man, isn't he? Massive man. Of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to be playing Black Adam, the anti-hero. He's pretty much a villain, really, but he's going to be an anti-hero, I think, in his movie. There has been rumblings that he wants Henry Cavill to appear in the film. He wants a Black Adam versus Superman confrontation. And with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being the highest paid actor in Hollywood at the moment, I'm sort of guessing if he asks, he might well get. Particularly if they are conditions of his contract, if they are conditions of what he wants in the film itself. Now, they didn't release a trailer for Black Adam. They did release, when I say some concept art, they had it framed as if it was comic book art, and they gave an idea of what the film's going to be about, and it seems to be Black Adam versus the Justice Society of America, the JSA, which is going to have Atom Smasher, Dr. Fate, who else? Hawkman, I think, is going to be there as well. So there's going to be, you know, a couple of ones which might not be particularly well known to the public. There's going to be a couple which people would be more familiar with. But if they do secure Superman himself, Henry Cavill, and Henry Cavill has stressed himself, he wants to continue as Superman. He wants to continue in the role. And with also Ben Affleck returning as Batman, yes, there is going to be 3 Batmen on the go at any live action Batman at one time. We're getting Michael Keaton back. We're getting Ben Affleck. We've got Robert Pattinson in a completely different universe. And if the Flash story is indeed going to be Flashpoint, then they've got to bring in Thomas Wayne Batman as well. Now, and if they can do that, this is going to be 4. And if they can do that, please, can we get Mr. Supernatural himself, comedian? What is his name? Just eluding me. It's late. I'm tired. You know who I'm talking about. He played his father. Anyway. Daddy Winchester. Negan. My brain still won't kick in and tell me. There we go, anyway. So there we go, folks. Robert Pattinson sidelined with COVID. By the looks of it, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sidelined with COVID. Production shut down on the Batman temporarily. When will these things happen? And when will these things, you know, pick back up again? Oh boy, it's been a bit of a palaver, hasn't it, 2020? It's just a fucking mess. So I hope you... I nearly had it. Dean. I wanted to say Richard Dean Anderson. It's not Richard Dean Anderson. Never mind. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now. I'm thinking, oh my God, why have you gone blank? Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yes!